insane. Now, I have a couple more slides, guys. This is from August 8th. So I'm going to read this entire blue section because this is my latest theory that I told the developers. I wrote, the metals RV will be much lower than all the silly assumptions of gold and silver skyrocketing to $10,000 plus per ounce. So I think it's going to be a lower price because we need more stability, more utility, higher demand. Therefore, the RV could probably place the metals at 1 to 2, maybe 3 digits max. XRP holders are going to get really pissed, and some will probably sell because they're so pissed. They want to look for the better opportunity next. Silver, which is more rare, will help XLM's price start to rise. And with it, all of Stellar Assets price will start to rise because, again, guys, Stellar Assets are based on XLM pricing. So when some XRP holders see that, they're going to start to swap over. As XRP swaps over into Stellar, that's going to bring more liquidity into our ecosystem, which again, more liquidity means more stability. And therefore, people who need to be swapping out, maybe to pay off some bills or whatever, that can start to happen because the DEX can support the movement of the assets. Then I wrote, the public announcements, there will be public announcements about Stellar Assets, and Stellar Assets will be making headlines in the news. So as an example, the bank bridges between XRP and XLM, they will start to have dividend payouts, and maybe there's a chance maybe that will cause some headlines to begin. And with that, more headlines means more swapping because as more people become aware of it, they want to buy into the brand new system that's about to blow. And then I wrote, there could also be more public announcements about crypto and blockchain consolidation in general. The X.com post talking about how they're testing crypto, and that will also cause more swapping into the ecosystem. Meanwhile, XRP will continue to stay horizontal, meaning no price action. And that alone will also shake out more XRP holders because if you're an XRP maxi and you only have XRP because you think it's the big deal and it keeps doing this, well, in the meantime, Stellar does this, but then it's always going to go up and down, but eventually it's going to go more up than it will go down. Then obviously most traders will then swap out. So again, guys, more liquidity. Then I said at some point, X.com is going to confirm Stellar and therefore more swapping. So I don't know if Elon Musk is going to pull a prank and talk about XRP first before they talk about Stellar, but we all know, those of us who've been studying Elon and Elon's assets, that he's got thousands of tokens already in the Stellar ecosystem. So at some point, he has to announce Stellar because that's literally where all of his investments are. I also talked about, public announcements about the cold storage wallet bridge, meaning that all these people who hold native XRP cannot hold it there anymore. They have to swap. XRP buyback will eventually be announced that the payment is in the Stellar Assets. XRP Army is going to lose their shit. There will be public announcements that the Stellar bridges will eventually close. So if you do not move your assets into Stellar before the bridges close, then you're going to lose it, right? So you move it or lose it. Then I said PBFT, perhaps it'll be between 2025 and 2028. And I gave that really big timeline because I was like, okay, the bridges will technically end around 2025, but at the same time, 2028 is when a lot of the other deadlines come into play. Nick, were you trying to add something?
No.
Okay. So then this is my message to Kirill, right? And so Kirill said, RV less than 4, I would say. So it sounds like 1 to 3 is the norm. There might be like a handful of ones that are possibly up into the 4 range, the 4-digit range, but 1 to 3, right? But he says, in general, you're right. And I said, will the bridges be up until at least 2025? And he says, yes. So that means we'll have at least, 1, maybe 2 years for the bridges, meaning 1 to 2 years for the whole world to come into Stellar, 1 to 2 years for us to earn dividends on all those assets, all those bridge assets. And I said, what percentage would you estimate that my theory that I just read to you was accurate? And he said 95% accurate. And I was like, holy snakes.